This is the epitome of West Coast style criterium racing. It is savage, it is fast, it is furious, technical. Sometimes it comes down to savage determination. And here we go, right up the throat of the boulevard at Manhattan Beach.
As always, you know it throws right by.
All right, Manhattan Beach Pro Race today. Man, this is like one of the most fun races of the calendar, just for like a local crit in SoCal for us. Really big event, really big turnout. There was a summer like smash event for the track, so there's like extra people this year, and a lot of the track guys came and raced this race. So honestly, it was just a lot of fun and a great event.
Yeah, and it's also state championships, so, and $8,000 for the top 20. So super awesome event. This is like a hometown race for us. And Eli, you got a call up at the start, and so you're up here with some real hitters, and the break actually goes lap 1. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so there was like a lot of hitters out here, so everybody just went full gas from the first turn, and then they just lit it up. It's like and then there was like a big split. Some dude let the gap go, and and I'm in this group of like 15, 20 guys, and there's like 4 Blazers, me, a few like foundation riders, and just a ton of other solo guys. But the main shocker was that Skyline had quite a few guys, and they missed the split of 15 guys around there. So now they're on the back foot chasing, and we're just like drilling it, and we're taking our pulls, like rolling through like single file, one by one, like 1 second pulls. And at this point I was like, oh, like it took me a while to realize that there was a split. Like I like look back with two laps in, and I see there's a gap, and I'm like, well, if this sticks for a while, then it's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah, and most breakaways that go on lap 1 are like, they don't stick, right? And so like, how committed were you to this? There's obviously a ton of hitters, but it's lap 1.
Yeah, so it's a 90-minute race, so it's pretty long. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna try and sit and not do as much work, because I was like really banking on it going back to the field and getting caught. But then I realized there's like 5 Blazers, and they're all like drilling it, and I was like, well, they're gonna ride hard too. And Foundation was doing some work, and Alex Akins was in it, and like all the fast guys. So yeah, I was like also banking on the Skyline pulling us back. So I was just gonna try and sit and literally do nothing.
So yeah, super strong breakaway. I was on the sidelines. I was not racing, but I was yelling the time gaps to you. And at what point were you like, all right, this is gonna go to the finish?
When I realized that probably like 30 minutes in, and like when you said like 40-ish seconds, and I was like, well, they would have to get really organized to bring us back, because like we're rolling like 29.5 average. They would have to like average 30 just to catch us. So it would take a lot for them to get together and work together. So then eventually we did stick it out. I ended up drinking all my water for a 90-minute race, which is wild, because like I was sitting in, but I was riding threshold. So it was pretty wild. So
yeah, and there's not too much to talk about. I mean, y'all kind of just like kept rotating until the final couple laps. I think it got down to 10 of y'all.
Oh yeah.
And then the attack started coming from the Blazers.
Yeah, at like 6 to go, they all started attacking. I think they knew that all of us solo guys were hurting. So I was like kind of cramping out. So I was like, I can't cover anything. I just told them, I was like, I can't cover. So eventually they just kept on counterattacking us with their 4 guys. And they like pulled everything back, all the Foundation and a few other guys. And like Eddy Huntsman was in there. They just like marked everything. to bring it back to like a reduced sprint.
Yeah, and so then it comes down to the final lap, groups all together, 10 of y'all. And what were you thinking? Lockwood was on the front. You were a little far forward. You were third wheel, and all the main sprinters were behind you. Was that purposeful, or what was the plan?
Now, it was kind of like I kind of somehow found myself there, but I didn't want to just pull off. So I knew like Lockwood was going to be on the front to take a really big pull on the last headwind straight. But then I had Alex, who's in front of me, Alex Akins. So I was like, this sprint is definitely coming from behind somehow, you know? And I just got to be ready to pop and try and hop on it right away, and then try and sprint again for a good result. But eventually I looked back, and like Brody had given us like a sprinter's gap going down the hill. So I was like, oh, he's probably gonna run in on me and then get a good draft and then just like launch right off of us. And that's what he did. He took all of his guys, and then they like, it's pretty far, right? Like it's a pretty far straight and from the hill. So like he went, and then Alex jumped on the back of all of them, and then they all just like rotate through for the sprint, you know? As you can see, and like it was like we're not even hit the barriers, and they're all sprinting full gas, and I'm like getting dropped doing 600, 700 watts. I'm out the back, I'm like cramping. So
Chill.
yeah, it was pretty wild. And then
Alex comes around Corey at the last second.
Yeah, because like even though he jumped on, it was such a long straight that he could hop on and then sprint again for the finish. So it was like, wow, what a sprint it was.
Yeah, but the crazy thing was the top three guys, the podium, actually were not eligible for the state champ. So Eddy ended up taking the state champ, and you actually got second for state champs, 8th in the race.
Yeah, I got 8th.
I mean, super strong result. 15 years old in the pro race with all of these hitters, and so many guys were here that missed it. Super awesome ride.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we go, Clever Martinez on the front, and here comes Corey Williams over the top. Maybe it's Brody McDonald that's going to come over the top from Blazers, and he's going to take the win right here, convincing fact. Oh no, it was not Brody.
Alex Akins goes back to back to back. A historic close by Mr. Alex Akins.
And there's Eli riding number 80 Bros Ride bikes. These are all little deposits that you're making into your bank account. It doesn't matter that you didn't win. You're learning. You're 15 years old. You know, there's so many different nuances to the sport, and specifically crit racing. Finishing teaches you a lot. It teaches you perseverance. It teaches you all the little things that you see. When people ask, like, how do you know that was going to happen? Well, because I've raced 1,000 crits before. So yeah, coming off of a national championship just 2 weeks ago in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, you know, winning, you guys ride bikes, winning gives you confidence, right? It gives you that boost. And so I think he's definitely riding with that right now, being the 15, 16 champion.